Imagine a country so small that you could drive across it in just 5 hours. Now imagine that same tiny place being richer than countries that are literally 100 times bigger. Sounds like a glitch in real life, right? Well, that place is United Arab Emirates. Today, we are going to see how UAE went from a desert with almost nothing to one of the richest places on earth, and why millions of Indians decided to pack their bags and move to cities like Dubai. If you are watching from UAE, comment the city you live in. If you're from UAE, then subscribe the channel right now, because this March we are dropping a lot more videos about UAE and Dubai. So if you live here or love this place, you definitely don't want to miss the next ones. And definitely smash the like button with your slippers, so that I can know you want more UAE stories on the channel.
The desert that accidentally found treasure.
Back in the 1950s, UAE was basically desert, camels, fishing villages, and pearl divers. They did not have giant skyscrapers and luxury cars. All they had is just sand and more sand. So if sand made you rich, UAE would have been a billionaire already. But then something insane happened.
What is this? Oil.
They found oil.
Did I just hear oil?
Bro, calm down. I am just explaining history. And not just a little oil. They found massive oil reserves, especially in Abu Dhabi. Imagine digging in your backyard, looking for worms, and suddenly discovering a treasure chest. That was basically UAE in the 1960s.
I got lucky. After that, a lot of money started coming in very fast and continuously.
But here is the important part. You will ask, many countries found oil and still stayed poor. So why did UAE become rich, while other countries still stayed poor? Well, it's because their leaders did something very smart. Instead of spending all the oil money immediately, they started building the future. Roads, airports, ports, entire cities. Basically, they turned a desert into a giant business hub.
The smart no-tax trick.
Now here comes Dubai's genius move that made rich people around the world say, wait a minute. UAE introduced extremely low taxes. For many years, there was basically zero income tax. Bro, imagine your boss saying you keep almost all your salary. 0% income tax. Take my passport right now. Businesses also loved this. Companies from Europe, Asia, and America rushed into Dubai. Dubai basically became the middle meeting point of the planet. Dubai is like the world's airport living room where everyone connects flights. And that meant more jobs, which leads to the next part of the story.
The weird population twist.
Hey world, listen, I'm a small desert country. I have huge plans. I want skyscrapers, airports, giant malls, and cities that look like they belong in the future. But there is one tiny problem. I do not have enough people to build all of this. So I made a decision. I invited workers, engineers, doctors, and business people from everywhere. And guess who showed up in massive numbers? Indians.
Millions of Indians came to cities like Dubai and helped build the modern version of United Arab Emirates we see today. Indians contribute around 25% to 35% of UAE's economic activity indirectly through work, businesses, and investments. In short, Indians contribute heavily to UAE's economy.
Why millions of Indians moved to Dubai.
Today, millions of Indians live and work in Dubai and other parts of UAE. Why? First reason is job. When Dubai started building skyscrapers, airports, and mega malls, they needed workers, engineers, doctors, shop owners, and tech experts. India had a huge population and many skilled workers ready to work abroad. Second reason is money. Salaries in Dubai are also higher than many places in India, and with low taxes, people can save more money. As you can see in this comparison, many workers send money back home to support their families. This is called remittances, and it is worth billions of dollars every year. Third reason is location. Dubai is only about 3 hours by plane from many Indian cities. That means workers can visit family more easily compared to moving to places like America or Europe. So Dubai slowly became one of the biggest Indian communities outside India. Walk through some neighborhoods and you will see Indian restaurants, also Bollywood music, and cricket fans everywhere. Basically, half the city feels like an international airport mixed with a giant Indian festival.
Dubai built the craziest attractions on Earth.
Now here is something that sounds almost ridiculous. Dubai did not just build a normal city, they built the most insane attractions on the planet.
For example, the tallest building on Earth called Burj Khalifa. This thing is so tall that if you drop a coin from the top, it would take several seconds to hit the ground. Imagine standing there and realizing you are higher than clouds. Your brain would probably say, "Nope, I am going back down."
But Dubai did not stop there. They also built artificial islands shaped like palm trees called Palm Jumeirah. Yes, humans literally built a giant palm tree in the ocean that you can see from space. Bro, that sounds less like city planning and more like someone playing a giant sandbox video game. And then Dubai built something even crazier. A ski resort in the middle of the desert called Ski Dubai. Think about that for a second. Outside temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Inside people are skiing in snow. Inside people are skiing in snow. That is like opening a freezer inside a volcano. But here is the real strategy behind all this madness. Dubai was not just building cool things. They were building attention. When the tallest building appears, tourists arrive. When crazy islands appear, influencers arrive. When the world's biggest malls appear, shoppers arrive. More tourists means more money. Today, millions of tourists visit Dubai every year just to see these crazy projects. So Dubai basically turned itself into a giant global attraction. And suddenly, the economy was not only oil anymore. It was tourism, business, airlines, trade, real estate, and finance. The desert became one of the busy cities on the planet. And the craziest part is this entire transformation happened in just a few decades. One moment it was mostly sand and fishing villages. The next moment it became one of the richest and most futuristic places on Earth. This kind of glow-up is honestly insane.
What if foreigners suddenly left UAE?
Remember earlier when we said almost 90% of people in UAE are foreigners? That video's link is in description. If you want to know how UAE and India are dominating Middle East, then you should definitely watch that video after this video ends. So what if they leave UAE right now? Since 90% of UAE's population is made of foreigners. That means most construction workers, engineers, shop owners, taxi drivers, doctors, and even many business managers are not originally from UAE. Imagine waking up tomorrow and millions of them suddenly decide to leave. Population will drop from 11 million to 3 million. Dubai would feel very different. Construction projects could slow down because many workers come from countries like India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Restaurants might close because chefs and staff often come from abroad. Even offices could struggle because a huge number of professionals working in finance, tech, and business are international workers. In simple words, the entire economy of UAE runs like a giant machine powered by global talent. Remove the workers and the machine slows down. But here is the interesting part. The leaders of UAE know this very well. That is why they try to keep the country attractive for foreign workers by offering safety, modern infrastructure, good salaries, and a high standard of living. It is like running the world's biggest international team. People from more than 200 nationalities living and working together in one desert country. And that is one of the biggest reasons why Dubai grew so fast. So let's quickly rewind the story. First, UAE discovered huge oil reserves, especially in Abu Dhabi, which gave the country the money to start building its future. Second, cities like Dubai used smart strategies like low taxes. They did global trade and built massive infrastructure to attract businesses from all over the world. Third, millions of workers from countries like India moved there for jobs, higher salaries, and better opportunities. They helped to build the skyscrapers, airports, and industries that power the economy today. And finally, because so much of the workforce comes from other countries, foreigners became a huge part of the system that keeps UAE running. A desert with fishing villages turned into one of the busiest economic hubs on Earth in just a few decades. That transformation is honestly one of the wildest glow-ups in modern history. But here is the thing most people do not realize. Oil will not last forever.
I know that very well.
So instead of depending only on oil, cities like Dubai secretly started building a completely different kind of economy.
An economy based on tourism, airlines, global business, and technology.
The crazy part is that today most of Dubai's money does not even come from oil anymore. Then where is it coming from? If oil disappears one day, can Dubai still stay rich? Quick question for you. If you had a chance to work in Dubai for 5 years, would you move there or stay in your home country? Comment move or stay. I want to see what most people would choose. This is the biggest plot twist in this entire story. Most people think Dubai is rich because of oil. That is actually completely wrong. Oil makes up only a tiny part of the economy in Dubai today. So the real mystery is this. If oil is not the main source of money, then where are the billions actually coming from? In the next video, we are going to uncover the secret money machines that power Dubai. One of them involves airports, another involves tourists, and another one literally turned the desert into a global business magnet. Once you see how it works, you will understand why Dubai keeps getting richer while many oil countries are struggling to survive. And trust me, the strategy they used is insanely clever. But YouTube will not tell you when that video comes out if you do not like this video and subscribe to the channel. So make sure you do that first.
Go. The stage is bright, country was rolling, taking flight. Speeding ahead, breaking free. Yooo understand, you and me. UK, USA, living strong. Mexico's rhythm, join the song. Switzerland's peace, steady and bright. Country boys unite, shining light. Across dimensions we thrive. Anime versus, let's revive. So let's persist, never slow. In this journey our spirits grow. With anime versus the